Can't turn your phone. Really? So many new.
So many new. What the what? We're so freaking old. What's happening? Help me. Oh, we're on.
We are old.
We're
Are
old.
so freaking old.
I'm like, so freaking old. Y'all, I've been trying to figure this thing out. It's ridiculous. If you're seeing this tonight, there's some comments. Kathy, good to see you.
Good evening,
Sarah
late
Schuper.
night owls.
What in the world?
We've spent 10 minutes just trying to get the video to start.
There's something on my computer. I don't know what's going on, but it's just a struggle. We are on the struggle bus. So, Susie, can y'all hear and everything? Everything's going pretty smooth?
This is actually my
On the
cell
right
phone. And make
page.
sure we're on the church page, not
Make
our
sure on the church
personal.
page. And on the right page. Thanks, Susie. Hey, Teresa.
Thanks.
So, crazy
Ooh,
night.
it's been a long day.
We tried to set it up. I even updated just now, and it took 3 seconds. The update was really fast, but just wasn't happening.
Just didn't have the
Just
little
wasn't
go
happening
live
for us.
button. So we tried to pull my phone out, and then it was like, rotate the phone, and it was already recording. So here
That's
we
right.
are.
Tim, good to see you
As
this
old
evening.
as we can
And
be.
Justin Davis. Hope you all had a wonderful Sunday, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with us this evening. We are just now getting back to the house. Had a fun, full day of church. Lots of good church stuff going on.
Lots.
And the kids are, in baths and stuff right now and hanging out. So we're
It's
wrapping
school
up
tomorrow,
today.
so we're wrapping this weekend up.
It is school
Right.
tomorrow. Jenny, good to see you this evening.
Our kids
Cousin.
got to
Oh,
spend
thank
the
you,
day
Teresa. It was
playing
really
in the
good
mud
services.
at Ken and Michelle's house this
Yeah,
afternoon, which
they
was
did.
amazing.
2 of the 3 brought change of clothes with them to play in the mud, and 1 of the 3 didn't.
It's because they have such an awesome mom who plans ahead.
And the dad was like, pick out some clothes. We were in the truck on the way to church this morning.
Michelle's like, so this is the clothes
and
they
it's
have.
like,
I
I
was
don't
like,
know if they
I'm
have
sorry.
shoes.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
We're just trying to get there. We're just trying to get
I
there.
think the rubber boots were 2 different sizes. Luke said.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all were grabbing. This
We're a
morning.
classy bunch of people, We like to be very prepared and like to stay on top of things. But it was a good day. They did get to go to the Wall's house. Jacob, thanks for letting them chill at your house, brother.
Yes.
They
thanks
had
for
an
sharing.
absolute blast, and they're still running wide open. So, and the door's open, so the dog's probably going to be
The
in here
dog might come in.
in the next 10 seconds. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have
It
no
could,
doubt. Maybe
could
we'll
happen.
close the door.
Could happen.
Thank him.
So today we had a fantastic time at church with 2 very full services. If you were at 11 o'clock service, oh my goodness. Well, both services really were full, but that 11 o'clock service was probably more full than I've ever seen it, and pretty warm also. If you were there, I mean, we had the air cranked down early, but I don't think that room's ever been that full. And then Sweet Davis's baptism at the end of the service was one of my favorite parts of the day. All the kids lining up. I mean, it's always so special. I think I'll never get tired of looking up and seeing those sweet kids just lined up across the balcony. We are definitely certain we had 500 people there this morning, just minimum. I don't know the exact number, but 500 for sure. And then we had pizza with the pastors to follow up Danny's.
Where's my cup of coffee?
I don't know. I don't see it. I think you probably brought it in there. Pizza with the pastors was another fun time with lots of sweet families. I'm so glad we did pizza with the pastors.
Yeah, we met a
I feel
lot.
like I actually really got to know maybe 3 or 4
It was
new
really
families.
neat. It was really neat. We had a great time, and man, Kim Henderson.
And we could have I could have stayed even another hour and gotten to know people even better. It was
Yeah.
just really, really sweet
worked
to
out
meet
well.
all those sweet kids and families.
A lot
So,
of kids,
good
a lot
times.
of families. So really neat, y'all. It was a really good time. So we had a good day with that, and then I'm sure you caught them all up with everything.
Just until the pizza.
Shannon Stevens and just the pizza. Boy Scout. There's so much going on. But yeah, we did. We did the pizza, and then pretty much drove from there to our volunteer dinner down at the Harmony campus, and had a great time. Had a great turnout.
One of us did.
One of us did.
took a nap.
That was this one. She did, and she
There were
came.
no kids here.
Why would you not do that?
I don't
you know?
remember the last time I had 45 minutes of no kids in the house. I know you don't. I know you don't either. You also don't remember that.
It's fine. It was good. But no, we did that, and then went to the volunteer dinner, and then get back to the house. So a good Sunday,
a taco
y'all. Really
truck?
good Sunday.
Those tacos were awesome. The queso was my favorite part, I think. But,
It was good.
And then Hannah Wilcher made
Cupcake
tiny
queen.
mini cupcakes. They were amazing.
Yeah,
I had a key lime. What did you have?
I had one of each.
One of each. What, all 3?
Just 2. I got the strawberry one by accident, and then I didn't realize you could only get one. So then the key lime pie folks came around, or key lime cupcake, and I was like, I'll do that. And I wasn't going to, but the people at my table told me I was the preacher, so I could. And I was like, well, I've never heard that before in my life, so let's just try it. And it passed with flying colors. Really, it was totally fine.
It was, yeah. Well, I had the key lime, and then everybody at my table was bragging about the strawberry.
Yeah,
But
the
the
strawberry was
chocolate
good.
ones were tempting too because they were just so pretty.
I didn't have that. I had to pace myself. Too many cupcakes was enough for me. She is the best. She is the best, Allison. So yeah, it was great, y'all. We had a good day, a good Sunday, and now we get to hang out with everybody here for a little bit and just catch up. Hope all of you had a great Sunday. I know Shawnee probably said a minute ago, we did have a great services in the building today. Got to baptize young Davis. McIntosh had another young child accepted Christ a few weeks ago, and we had a conversation with him in our little kid room. It was adorable, and we'll be baptizing them in a couple weeks. But yeah, really good time.
No, I think we had four. You said 4 people prayed with you today.
Today, y'all, it's amazing. I'm not
Four
kidding. Like, I don't want
salvations
to
in
get
one
crazy
day is
serious
like
because somebody
our
tells me not to get so
red
serious so
letter day
fast.
for us.
I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on. I had a guy,
I feel like every
It was
minute
just
of
neat.
today was very exciting.
really,
every
really,
single
just a
minute
good
was
day.
very
We
special.
reached our goal of getting half. Oh, we're going to announce it yet. We're getting close. Don't tell anybody. So we reached our goal of getting half, y'all. Let's just go ahead and say it. Let's just go. Today, we put out a challenge and said, hey, we
This
need to
group
raise
can be
that.
the first ones to
This group,
officially know.
just
That's
spread the
fine.
word. So let's just keep that coming. But absolutely
Guys,
wonderful.
in one day,
In one
we started this day not super
day.
close to that goal,
One
and
day.
we closed that gap.
Absolutely
today.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So, financially, we are
absolutely wonderful.
set to
We are
get
set
that
to go
contract
and
going.
working with a surveyor probably tomorrow, and just really, really
So
good
awesome.
for the church, at the building of the church. Absolutely cool. Heather, it was really neat to see. And
Should we ask Heather if should we bring up the haircut?
Okay.
Heather, we have
have
a
you
question.
have you talked to her at all? Heather,
No.
has she talked to you at all about
No,
this?
have you talked to her?
Heather, let's ask Heather first. Heather,
Did
for those
you?
that don't know, Heather Chamberlain is also my youngest child's kindergarten teacher. She's the best kindergarten teacher around,
Best
hands
kindergarten
down.
teacher ever.
Heather, did you notice anything different about our child's appearance this week?
Not
that
even
we
this
might
week.
have noticed?
Maybe last week.
Like
also,
it might have happened a week ago today,
it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks
and
ago.
we didn't notice it until easily.
Okay,
Oh, Heather,
I don't feel so bad now.
you didn't notice.
So you
Neither
didn't
did we.
notice
It's
that
fine.
he gave himself a haircut right in the front middle? Of
It's
his-
shaped like the state of Utah. It's like over, up, over, down. Like
It's so bad.
Heather,
Let me
look
just
at it
tell
tomorrow.
you.
He's in the shower right now.
So
He doesn't know we're
so
talking about him.
bad.
It's a rough one.
And we didn't
It's
know
pretty bad.
it.
His hair had been slicked back. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We were
okay.
slicking it back,
He-
and I still didn't notice. Like I was slicking it back every day. I was like,
So,
"What?
okay,
This is crazy."
Here's the real story that we've gotten slowly. Yeah, he keeps calling it Utah, Jennifer. It's hilarious.
do. It
But if
looks
you
just
see
like
it,
Utah.
we'll put a picture. It is like 1, 2, 3. It's hilarious. He
Right in the dead center, like
okay,
right here.
Heather will know this probably. The week that we were supposed to go skiing, so we were supposed to go Martin Luther King weekend, Friday through Monday. We got snowed out, ended up staying home. But leading up to that, Nathaniel.
Leanne, the fact that you're watching
Your
Danny and
ears
Shante on your TV tonight, you need everything in life. I don't care what
Please.
you ask.
Please.
We're going to do our best to get it to you because that's the
I'm sorry.
thing.
There's
One of the best
so
things I've
many
heard all
other
day.
things you could
It's
watch.
fantastic. It did. It happened in your
no,
class,
no,
Heather.
no.
It's the
Yeah,
worst
it's
thing.
your
I
fault.
called the principal. I'm calling the board. No, it didn't. It happened on
No,
our watch
it was
while
us,
we were
while
in
we
here.
were doing this video, our last video. So the true story that we've been told, and apparently all 3 kids knew. I think
Somebody's lying. I think all 3 of them are lying. That's just me.
we had a whole conversation about not telling a lie, but the true thing that I think happened is that they all saw it happen and nobody's fessing up. Maybe Luke didn't see it. I can't be sure, but
I think you're right.
either way, when we asked him what happened, when did this happen? I said, what was Mommy and Daddy doing? He said, well, you're making your video.
Which only happens on Sunday nights. I was like, what? I was like, what? This was on Saturday or Friday.
It
I was like,
Thursday or Friday night. And
then you start thinking like, what?
So the week before the ski trip, Nathaniel kept asking to wear his beanie cap or like any hat to school, and just like
He looked cool. He had this cool
dressed-
like
he had
90s
his
grunge
ski
thing going on.
gloves,
I was like,
and
it
he-
was
I
it was
don't
pretty
know.
neat looking.
But not before you gelled his hair to wear his Georgia Bulldog sweatshirt, because
That's true.
Georgia won, and
We
he had his
celebrated
Georgia
with some hair
Bulldog
slicking.
shirt, and he slicked his hair over. It was the day they won, so that morning they could wear their spirit wear. And so Danny had gelled his hair, and with gel in his hair, he had a big cap, and we didn't know. So basically, he got home from school that day. I took his picture thinking, you look so handsome.
He
But
did
if
look
you
handsome.
look at that picture now, you can see
He's
there's a
missing.
gap of hair,
He's missing
and
the
I
hair.
just didn't notice.
Right there.
But then all week he wore these ski hats, every single day. And now I think we've
was
been
covered.
duped. And I'm like, what
It
else
was
are
crazy.
they? What
It
else
was
are they
crazy.
lying about? That's the real. So, but then he would wear the ski hat and then take the hat off, and I would think to myself, kind of in passing, man, his hair looks a mess. But it must be just hat hair.
The
No.
best part was it was at dinner, so we're all around the dinner table. We knew somebody's lying, like one of these three or all three are lying. So then we were like, I was like, all right, let's go like Judge Judy. So I asked the kids, I was like, y'all decide for yourselves. We're gonna give you a little bit of time to have some conversations to figure out which one of y'all's lying and how
We
you're gonna tell us the
said
truth.
everybody's going to bed early.
Everybody's going to bed early
hear
unless we hear the truth. And then we went in the kitchen. And I was like, hey, let's go upstairs and find the hair. We did. It was still in the same
It
spot
was
that he described.
right where he cut it.
While we were upstairs, we were listening to the kids. These are the three reactions of our three children. One of the children are crying because they're saying, we should tell the truth. I don't know why you are doing this. This is
Firstborn.
terrible.
That's
Firstborn.
firstborn.
Secondborn is completely silent, just playing it cool. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? Third said from downstairs, I think they're lying. He was talking
He's
about
like,
us.
someone is lying.
Someone
It
is
is
lying.
the two of
It's
them.
They're lying about us. And I was like, what?
Look, said they're not lying. You cut
You
your
cut
hair.
your hair. So it's just really fun. You know, kids are different.
So
They're all different.
we will have to put a picture up. I mean, it's Heather. When you see it, you can't unsee it.
It's true.
But I'm like, how did we go so long without? No, we sat down for dinner and Danny said, "Look at him. Look at Nathaniel. Look at your."
It was pretty rough. Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not even our first haircut experience with our kids. Caroline has given herself bangs twice in various ways, but we've always noticed. I don't know. I think
It's just absolutely wild.
I'm
Susie,
just
those are the best.
I'm a little
The-
disappointed that
we went
didn't
that
know.
long without
was
it.
days and days.
My dad used to cut my hair until I got married. I mean, he was cutting my hair all the time. I had to cut with a Flowbee. It was this cool thing. You'd hook up to a vacuum cleaner. It'd suck your hair up and chop it off at the end. But I had a buzz cut for the most time. But like Susie said, that when mom cuts daughter's hair for the 6th grade picture day, that is fun. That sounds like
That
a lot
is-
of fun. That sounds like
I
a
need to
move that we've been a part of. Jennifer, you remember some of the Flowbee. It was absolutely crazy. But anyway, it was memorable. So Heather, check that out
Keep-
tomorrow when you see me.
Yeah,
in class.
because it hasn't been fixed yet. We haven't been to Chelsea to have it evened out. So just
It's gonna happen
He's going
at
to
some
keep
point
looking a little bit like an orphan for a
in the
few more
future.
days. But at least we know it. I don't know.
Justin had a Flowbee too. I'll be John
Wow.
Brown. It's fantastic. I asked my dad if he still had it because he was going to cut Nathaniel's hair this weekend. So we're going to Granddaddy's house, but he got rid of it a few years back. Sadly, we're just yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, or that. Did we talk about that? Caroline got the ember.
I
in her
think,
hair?
I think. Are you referencing us or you, Leanne? Like I'm confused. This could be you or it could be us. I don't know. If it's you, no disrespect because we've been there too. But if it's us, I'm proud that Caroline told you that she might have
I think
caught some of her hair on fire.
We did. Well, it was just a one ember.
It was one ember, and we were outside having a family moment. Oh, good, Leanne. It was us. That was us. Yeah, that was 100%.
Also, us.
We definitely did.
Basically, Luke should be lucky that he hasn't.
Luke,
had
just
a
hang in
hair.
there, brother. You know what I mean? Oh, we told everyone. Great.
Yeah,
That's,
it was here. We told
Oh, it was
the whole
here.
story.
Good.
Yeah,
We
you
just
guys,
share a
these
life
people know
story.
us well.
You know us well.
Well, Heather, I feel better that you didn't notice it. I feel a little bit less guilty that it didn't get by me so many days. If Heather also didn't notice.
That's right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He looked like he had horrendous hat hair, but I just was chalking it up to the hat every single day. Anyway.
Well, yeah, this is kind of fun. 9 o'clock at night. The only thing is, after today, and I don't do this. What did Matt Watkins call me tonight? Because I went to yell something and my voice cracks. Anyway, it was funny. I don't know. I didn't even talk that much today, but my voice it's going.
I think you probably talked a lot.
I've talked a little bit today. My voice is starting to go a little bit. There must be something going on with the kids at Morgan County Primary. Our 2 young grandsons, he's cut their own hair. Oh, Joanne. Yeah, it's a gang. Well, I won't say gang initiation. It's probably something. It's probably those teachers.
We asked
Heather,
him why he did it, and he said, I don't know. I just had the scissors in my hand, and I just cut it.
Same reason that every adult
just
says when they do
compulsive.
something
I
dumb.
don't know.
I don't know. It
It
just
just
happened.
happened.
Did it happen to find the scissors in the drawer?
And
Cut
then
your own hair.
he happened to scoop it up and keep most of it on the sofa, and then some of
Did
it
his
made
best
it
to
to the
cover his
sink
tracks.
drain.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing.
Leslie's there. This is so fun. Mr. Haney. He did say Mr. Haney from. That's good stuff, Leslie. He called me Mr. Haney because my voice cracked. That is absolutely worse. Well, and now he's calling my name from the
Yeah, he is.
shower.
Should I go check on that? I'm going to leave you alone now. You can start talking about the Tower of Babel for a second.
Wow. Thanks, Shantae.
Well,
You
you
got
left
this
me
down.
alone once. So
But no, it was a good day, y'all. I hope all of you had a good day as well. Work on teaching the kids about a trade, Heather. I am very thankful for you and all of our public teachers. It is kind of crazy, Leanne, and everybody that's on there. I mean, the last couple nights, we don't pay attention to how many folks have been on here. There's almost 30 people watching right now. Maybe 9 o'clock is a better time. If you think this is a better time, let us know. Maybe we'll try it out in the next couple of weeks. Jenny wrote, last year James tried to give himself a mullet cut. That's good stuff right there. That was good stuff. A great day. Hannah's on here. I recently met a new friend who met through work in December. I'm going to try to see Hannah. Let's see if this works. I'm going to touch the Seymour and see what happens. Hey, it worked. Ever since she was, how sweet is that? She got baptized today. That is absolutely wonderful, Hannah. So proud of you. So thankful for you. You're loving people well. Very, very excited to hear more about that. That's fantastic. But yeah, y'all, 9 is good. Kids already in bed. You're such a good parent, Jenny. That's fantastic. Our kids, there's one of them right there. Our kids are thinking about bed. We're going to get there. Usually we are, in bed-ish right around this time the kids are. But this Sunday was a little bit longer, so we kind of extended that routine. But we might try some 9 o'clock and give everybody a little bit of chance to get kids in bed a little bit and get settled in. But we'll see. We'll see with it. Shawnee's making her way back.
I'm back.
So, how was y'all's day? I hope everybody had a great Sunday. We really did have a great day this morning in the building. A lot of good things happening, and really excited to see what's coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We don't announce everything that we're doing as a church because there's a lot going on, but we are feeding the high school drama kids dinner tomorrow as they're getting ready to practice, and y'all, it's gonna be great. They're doing Les Mis. Looks fantastic. We've got 3 or 4 kids at the church that are in it.
Super
so if you're looking for something Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
There are also some teachers in the projection as well.
Are you in it?
No,
we tried.
I opted out of
But yeah,
this
come
one
on
this
out,
time.
y'all. I think we're going on Friday night. So yeah, come on out. It's gonna be an
We have
absolute
tickets
blast.
for Friday, so see you there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. They've been practicing for this, which they always do, but I remember hearing about Les Mis a year ago from students who were trying out and memorizing lines for their auditions. So it's been a lot of work, and I'm excited to see all of them, how well
Really
they do.
good. So we'll be feeding them on Monday evening. And then this is also kind of neat, and I don't know, maybe we have never considered doing this until this last week. We had 3 different folks reach out and ask about it. And in our pastor lunch thing today, pizza with the pastors, we found a driver for it. Got to make sure he's cleared for insurance. I think he's watching here. He's on here a minute ago. But we're going to actually start using our church van on Sunday mornings to go and pick up a few folks. For real, we're going to try it out. So if you have somebody
needs a ride,
that's in need of a ride, let us know. I think we're going to try that out. We got a family in Buckhead and a couple families in Madison, but looking forward to that. We'd love to see as many people as we can, come and join us. So high school soccer starts up this week.
Yay.
Fantastic. We got it going, y'all. So just really, really good time.
Good stuff.
Wednesday night starting back up this coming Wednesday. Meals at 6, Bible studies at 6:30 or 6:45, somewhere in there. And the teens are meeting this
usually
Wednesday night as well.
6:45, and then 7:30 sharp is when everything's over.
7:30 sharp.
Because it's
We got to get those kids on.
dead time
You know what I mean?
for some good parents.
But we're gonna have a great time on Wednesday. We'd love for y'all to come out to that one as well. You got anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, y'all got anything else to add to that? It's fun times. We did today. Y'all, we had good services, and in the service we talked about Genesis 11, which is the Tower of Babel. I've never preached on the Tower of Babel before. That was the first time I've ever preached on it, and really enjoyed it. I thought it's a great story.
I never knew that it meant gate to the heavens.
Isn't
or
that
gate
crazy?
to God.
I learned that tonight.
Is it
or
in
this
the same
earlier.
location? That was one question I had. Maybe, I don't know if you know that. Like where Jacob had the dream is a different place. Okay.
But it was the description of the
probably
place.
should
So they
have known,
said,
but the
it was a
same
different place.
description. Because I'm listening, if you're in my Bible recap group, which many of you are,
Fantastic.
there's 22 of us. I know that because apparently I can have 20 contacts in a group message, and then I'm number 21, but we tried to add number 22.
Capped
The
out.
phone said no. So
Capped
we
out.
have to have a little smaller group as the secondary.
That'll be
But anyway,
okay.
22 of us who are doing the Bible recap, and we are into Isaac and Jacob and Esau
That's
right now.
fine.
And
We
so
learned
we
some stuff.
just this week heard about Jacob's ladder, and
Yep.
that he named it Gateway to God.
I always wish Esau was a little bit nicer, because he was the hairy
was
one.
the hairy one.
And that's always
I
been
knew
one
you
of my
were-
descriptions in my entire life. I was like, come on, Esau, pull through for me. But he never did.
There's not a ton of redeeming qualities about Esau, I have to say. Like in the
Jacob, though,
whole
can we be
story-
honest? I want to meet him one.
I know. He was sort of a liar.
That's
I mean,
right.
he swindled his way through his whole life,
He
and
did.
then his father-in-law swindled him back. It was like they're all just lying to get what they want.
It was crazy.
But
hey.
Esau, to Esau's credit,
Okay.
when Jacob comes back after 30 or 40 years or however many years,
Yeah, Esau was like, my man, let it go.
he forgave him.
And
Yeah,
Jacob
I
said,
thought.
deuces, I'm out. Like Jacob
I know. He was like, I'll follow.
not so much. He was like,
he's
I don't
like,
know
come
about
with
this.
me now.
You
And
set me
Jacob's
up.
like,
He's like, I'm
yeah,
out,
we'll
bro.
follow you. We're coming right behind you, but we have these kids and they walk slow, but we'll be there. And so Esau goes one
Skirt
way and
around.
Jacob turns the other way and builds a house.
Yeah,
Jacob. I was disappointed in him for that. I didn't know that story.
it was crazy.
But so to Esau's credit, I guess you could take credit in that. After he married like the
Yeah,
Canaanite
Fifth
women,
Canaanite woman or
and,
something.
yeah, just despite his
Been
parents.
there, you know what I mean?
But I guess he was sort of ill because he's the oldest one and he missed the whole blessing. He's like, thanks a lot for that.
a little bit there.
Anyway, Tower of Babel was good too. I just
Tower
wondered
of
if it
Babel.
was the same.
No, but it's the same idea, the same premise. So Jacob, in his dream, was saying that he saw the heavens open up, and heaven coming down to earth, and earth going up to heaven, and it was called the gate of
He
heaven.
said, surely this is the place of the Lord where
Right.
he enters the earth and where we can get access to him.
And some of the folks, the Babylonians, which is pretty interesting actually, but the Babylonians called the Babel, the word Babel is Babili, I think Babili, that's why I would say it, but
But
it was that, the gate of the gate of the God, which is interesting, y'all, and I do, because I struggle with that this idea that I think all of us try to achieve things, which is wonderful. God wants us to achieve things and set goals and strive and dream. But if any of those things try to take the place of becoming like our fulfillment or our purpose or our true identity, then we really are
you're
kind of,
disappointed.
in a way, you're building your own Tower of Babel. Like you're trying to build your access there. When all the while, I think the Lord is saying, and I like, there was one phrase that was really cool, it was straight from Scripture. It says they were trying to go up when the Lord was coming down. They kept saying, let us come up.
I
And he
thought
said,
that was
let us
such a
go
cool
down.
thing how you said they were trying to access their gods to give their gods access to them, but God
Had already had a
has
plan in
access
place.
to
And
us,
said, no,
and we don't have to do that. So I thought that was such a cool point.
really, really a neat way to do it. And it really is. I mean, you figure, I had an Old Testament professor, well, New Testament professor in seminary, and they would say, well, both of them said,
Peter Ray
anytime,
Jones?
no, Peter Ray, such a good man. Peter Ray Jones had a Chamberlain. No, he taught the Miracles of Jesus class. It's fantastic. But the stories in the Old Testament can always be read through the lens of Christ. All right. So Jesus wasn't born onto the scene until Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, like in the First and the New Testament. But y'all, because we know that Jesus is coming in the New Testament, because we have both Old and New Testament, when you read the stories of the Old Testament, if you
He's
look,
there.
the redemption theme is there from the first pages
Well,
of
and
the Bible.
even in this story, God sees them building the temple, and He says, "We will go down."
Yep.
It's plural, so He's talking about Himself, the Son of
Yep.
God, God the Father, and the Spirit are already in this story,
Mm-hmm.
just in the black and white words, which I think is interesting that it's written that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, He's definitely in the story as a character.
And we didn't get into it this morning, and we probably won't really get into it this much tonight, because to me the theme of the story is important. Like the lessons from the story, this is just me, the lessons from the story to me are more important in this particular story than the actual. Now, where were they dispersed to? Now, don't get me wrong, I believe
Like
the
the
story. I
details
have
of
no
the
doubt. I mean, God
geography.
dispersed, and it clearly says they came together with one language and one government and one purpose. Like they were all coming
bring
together
glory to themselves.
To bring glory to themselves.
And to do
That was
something
the
for
struggle. They were
themselves.
pointing the finger at themselves, saying, "We will do this," and the Lord dispersed. And again, like, if you take a step back and look at the Old and the New Testament, why did God want everybody speaking a different language? And they did all the way until the New Testament. The Holy Spirit comes down in the book of Acts, and everybody from all these different languages hear the good news of Jesus in the same language, and it draws them together. It's just beautiful to me story of God saying, "No, you will be separated, and the only way to come together
Will be through
is through Christ." So I really think that's a
One
great
other
thing.
thing that reminded me of this week in the Bible recap devotion, we talked about, of course, Jacob's ladder. And when he wakes up from that dream and he says, "This is the place of God," he puts a pillar in the place where he had slept on the rock and had the dream. But that was a pagan tradition when you wanted to mark a place of meaning. And in the Canaanite land, that's what they typically did. So he put a pillar. Then he went on to Laban. He married the two sisters, which is weird, I know,
a great
but
story.
it's part of the Old Testament. Then he's coming back through there and he wrestles with God the night before he runs into Esau.
Bust on the hip.
And God, what in the world? Wrestling
very
with God is a crazy thing. But after that night, the night of wrestling, he gets up and he puts in an altar. And so the girl who does the Bible study, she said in that night, God changed his name to Israel, but also God changed him from a person who erects pillars to one who erects an altar. And so it was like his heart had changed. Instead of making a place of like, look what I had this dream and I had a connection with God. Instead of that, he was saying, no, everything that we have belongs to God. And this is all to glorify him. So it's, again, interesting, the connection between the words, between that and Babel. Because I think it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't the fact that they built this 7-story structure. That wasn't the problem. We build things bigger than that now. It was their intention of, we're going to supersede God's authority with our own authority. Which was the heart of the issue was the problem.
He doesn't like that. God is God and we are not. But, I mean, I think, and he's given a lot of grace, y'all. I mean, he gives a lot of freedom to people, especially now. But yeah, in this story, he addressed it head on. I mean, he hit it head on. And we know that one day he'll address everything in this world head on again. But it is, to me, and one day that's coming, I have no doubt. Fully believe it, trust it. But until that day comes, Christ's return, I think God wants us to ask ourselves on a very regular basis, what am I currently doing to try to take authority away from the Lord and put it in my own hands or get credit for things? And really, like we said, it's more and more me-centered, which again, full circle goes right back to Jesus, who says, no, it is better to love your enemies. It's better to pray for those who want to hurt you. It's better to forgive and to be cups of cool water. So it's this idea of God saying selflessness is more like God than selfishness. And this was a community in the Tower of Babel that was extremely selfish. They were saying, no, we're doing this for us. And I think it went totally against just the very character of God, which is made perfect in Jesus with it.
What's the next sermon in Genesis? Do you remember off the top of your head?
It might be Jacob. What's it? No, it's not Jacob. Abram. The call of Abram.
I was going to say, I think probably, yeah.
The call of Abram. I've got a cool story about a Haiti missionary. We'll share that next week. But yes, the call of Abram next week. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying reading through Genesis and going through these. And it's amazing to me that these stories, I mean, they teach themselves. Like it's amazing. You know, we're just literally reading the passage and giving a couple of ideas that the passage itself gives. So I'm loving it. People are learning about the Bible. We gave Bibles away today, y'all. And I love that.
4 Bibles, I think, all in all, which was not on the agenda at all. It's just people have come and said, hey, I'd really like a Bible.
Yep.
And we were just pulling Bibles out of...
Yep. It was wonderful because I announced at first service without clearing that with anybody, which is fine. I can. But I even have Bibles available. So I go out and the girl at Connect Point, Ashley, was like, hey, those Bibles that you mentioned, where are they? I was like, yeah, that's a good question. Do we have some? And she found like 2 that were new, pretty new, under the thing and gave those away. And then at the end of second service, somebody else came up. So
and at the end of lunch, a little girl took home an adventure
She
Bible.
did.
So,
really, really neat. So we're putting Bibles in the hands of people.
Such an awesome day. I mean, just every little detail was, I mean, just to God be the glory.
To God be the glory. And we want to be a place where people come and ask the tough questions and wrestle with their fate, like Jacob wrestling with the Lord. Wrestle with their fate, but to do so under the banner, the constant banner of, no, the grace of Christ is sufficient. You know, like, nope, we're still believers in Jesus. We can wrestle with some of these things. There's a lot of really neat stuff out there. We can wrestle with that. But knowing that when we wrestle with it, we gather with other people who wrestle with it too and share those things with each other. Y'all, it was a good day. I'm excited about this next week. Looking forward to Wednesday. Next Sunday, I'm trying to think what we have next Sunday. It's a long ways from now.
Sunday Fun Day is next Sunday.
Sunday Fun Day, y'all.
After 11 o'clock service, we'll be ice skating in Covington.
Come on out. It's going to be a great time. Going ice skating in Covington.
Should be awesome.
It's going to be a great time.
I think that's the main event for next Sunday.
That's the main event for next Sunday. We really do. And that's why we did Pat's Pizza with the Pastors today. That's why, like,
it
what in
makes
the
me
world?
laugh because every time you try to say the name
called?
of that.
We did Growth Track today. We're doing
it even
ice
has
skating.
alliteration, Pizza with the Pastors.
Oh, it's there. Like, it was on purpose. I just forgot it. But I really do, y'all. And it's neat to me. I mean, Shawnee probably said that earlier, I think.
It's awesome to get to know
so many people at
that
church,
we don't know that
but
well.
I want us to continue to get to know one another. I want us, like Shanna said this morning, I want us to be a church that's a family. And Leanne was it. Yeah. I want us to be a church that's a family and wants to know each other. So with that, keep coming on Sunday mornings, come to these events.
We'll
ice
crank
skating's
the
gonna
air
be a
down.
blast.
Who could have
the air down a
predicted
little
that
bit.
we needed the air conditioner all the way down on
I didn't. It was
freezing
cold
25
outside.
degree
It was
day.
like people came outside and they went, "Ooh, it feels good out here." I was like, "It's 38 degrees," but we got through it.
I mean, I think if we have to do that every Sunday, that'll be a win.
That'll be all right.
Yeah. Good
That'll be
time.
Good time, y'all. I hope you have a great evening. I don't know what time it is
It's
because I
late.
can't see
It's
it.
9. It's after 9:30. I don't know. My watch died.
Oh, look at that. I'll be jumping around.
It's late. It's time for bed. Our kids need to go to bed. We have school tomorrow. Your kids have school tomorrow. Some of you.
Most of their kids are already in bed. They're just chilling out. Some of these folks are like, be able to binge watch some Netflix. Like it's on. Nighttime
you need to
is
turn us
on
off
in your house.
and go watch something.
You know, go do something
fun.
out there.
Do something without your kids. Maurice, said good night. Can
my
I
friend.
just brag on Maurice? He
Okay.
made the highest math grade in his. Not even in my class. I just heard about it because it was such a success. Highest grade in his class on his math.
Maurice, you did not tell me that tonight, my friend.
96. 96 on an Algebra 2 test.
I don't think I ever made a
He's a
96 in
beast.
math class. Nice
I
to
know
do,
I'm
Maurice.
embarrassing you, but I think it's worth
Maurice,
it.
you deserve it. Thankful for you.
So worth it.
Because it is a hair pastor freckle. It's Chamberlain's, bro. They got that stuff. It's a good time. So, y'all, hope you have a wonderful evening. If we can do
Oh,
anything for you,
goodness.
if you would, please continue to be in prayer for Eddie and Yvonne Smith.
Yes.
Miss Yvonne's brother, David, is not doing well. And we're just praying for them. If you know them, as most of us do, it's okay to send a text or a message or a call. Just to let them know that you're thinking about them and praying for them.
Yeah.
And then Michaela Cook, she leads worship at our Harmony campus. Her parents are Patrick and Deanne Cook. Deanne's dad has had a hard couple of weeks as well, so we're praying for him. And then a friend of mine, I'm just going to share this one. A friend of mine, Ben Faulkner, I've known him since kindergarten. Ben Faulkner's dad is not doing well, so we're checking on those folks, trying to love folks well.
Yeah.
But y'all, it is a built-in time for a group to come together and say, hey, we're here. All right. So if you'd like for a chance to serve one of those folks, or looking for somebody to serve,
let us know.
we would love to put you in touch and just walk alongside each other.
Which you guys always do so
We
well.
already doing it.
Yep,
Already doing it
always,
well. So have a great week, and we will see some of you this week at school, different things.
School and church functions, various things. Check us out here if you need anything. Message us, definitely.
right.
All the things. We love you guys a lot.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Get some rest, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night, family, church family, family.